Radio.
सीने में दिल है, दिल में है धड़कन, धड़कन में है तू ही तू।
सीने में दिल है, दिल में है धड़कन, धड़कन में है तू ही तू।
है मेरी पहली तमन्ना, है मेरी आखिरी आरज़ू।
I love you, I love you।
तुझको देखा तो ये जाना तू ही मेरी मंजिल है। सांसों के बिन शायद जी लूं, तुझ बिन जीना मुश्किल है।
ओ सांसों में सरगम, सरगम में नगमे, नगमों में है तू ही तू।
I love you,
I love you।
तुम आए तो आया मुझे याद, गली में आज चांद निकला। जाने कितने दिनों के बाद गली में आज चांद निकला। जाने कितने दिनों के बाद गली में आज चांद निकला। गली में आज चांद निकला, गली में आज चांद निकला। तुम आए तो आया मुझे याद, गली में आज चांद निकला। जाने कितने दिनों के बाद गली में आज चांद निकला। जाने कितने दिनों के बाद गली में आज चांद निकला। गली में आज चांद निकला, गली में आज चांद निकला। तुम आए तो आया मुझे याद, गली में आज चांद निकला।
ऐ मेरे
हम सफर एक जरा इंतजार, सुन सदाएं दे रही है मंजिल प्यार की। ऐ मेरे हम सफर एक जरा इंतजार, सुन सदाएं दे रही है मंजिल प्यार की। तन्हाई 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 दोनों को पास ले आई, प्यार में बह गए दो दिल, मौज ये कैसी आई।
खुशबू मोहब्बत की क्या कह रही है ये, सुन लो सनम, हे हक्का लिल्ला ये लो, हक्का लिल्ला ये लो, हक्का लिल्ला ये लो, हक्का लिल्ला ये लो। चंचल हवाओं से खुशबू मोहब्बत की क्या कह रही है ये, सुन लो सनम, हे हक्का लिल्ला ये लो, हक्का लिल्ला ये लो।
नींद चुराई मेरी किसने ओ सनम तूने, ओ चैन चुराया मेरा किसने ओ सनम तूने।
ओ दिल में मेरे रहने वाली कौन है, तू है, तू है।
ओ नींद चुराई मेरी किसने ओ सनम तूने, हाँ चैन चुराया मेरा किसने ओ सनम तूने, हाँ दिल में मेरे रहने वाला कौन है, तू है, तू है।
ओ नींद चुराई मेरी किसने ओ सनम तूने, हाँ चैन चुराया मेरा किसने ओ सनम तूने, तूने। ओ
लड़की है या है जादू, खुशबू है या नशा, रुक जाओ दिल दीवाने, पूछूं तो मैं जरा, हर लड़की है या है जादू, खुशबू है या नशा, पास वो आए तो छूके मैं देखूं जरा, रुक जा ओ दिल दीवाने, पूछूं तो मैं जरा। दीवाना मैं चला उसे ढूंढने बड़े प्यार से, दीवाना मैं चला उसे ढूंढने बड़े प्यार से, दीवाना मैं चला उसके घर का पता, ऐ हवा तू पता, दीवाना मैं चला उसे ढूंढने बड़े प्यार से, दीवाना मैं चला।
बड़ी उदास है जिंदगी, कोई तो साथी चाहिए, बड़ी उदास है जिंदगी, कोई तो साथी चाहिए, एक तलाश है जिंदगी, कोई तो साथी चाहिए। आएगा मुझ में भी प्यार किसी को, मुझको तो है ये एतबार, होगा मेरा भी इंतजार किसी को, सच कह रहा हूँ मेरे यार, ऐसे न पागल मचल, दिल दीवाने संभल, ऐसे न पागल मचल, दिल दीवाने संभल, बदहवास है जिंदगी, कोई तो साथी चाहिए,
पहले न धड़कता था यूं मेरा दिल, जब से मिले हो हुई है मुश्किल, पहले न धड़कता था यूं मेरा दिल, जब से मिले हो हुई है मुश्किल, आंखों में छुपा लूं दिल में बसा लूं, तुमको बना लूं सनम।
कुछ कहा आपने, कुछ कहा
boy Terry Gadra's the Guyana Babu, and you are tuned in to Kaicho Radio, 99.5 FM in Berbice and 99.1 FM in Demerara and Essequibo.
Nine hours 28. Good morning to you. Welcome down to Subah Ki Pyar on Kaicho Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. My name is Joshua. This is your Thursday edition. It's the 22nd day of September 2022. Hope you guys are going to have a fantastic day as we keep you company all day long. Well, as we keep you company on Subah Ki Pyar all the way to 11 o'clock. So don't you touch that dial.
कैसी मुलाकात है, मैं किस खुमार में हूँ। ये कैसी मुलाकात है, मैं किस खुमार में हूँ। तू आगे जा चुकी है, मैं इंतजार में हूँ।
ये कैसी मुलाकात है, मैं किस खुमार में हूँ। ये कैसी मुलाकात।
As the sun sets over the Demerara River, the sweet songs of steel pan music will rise and fill the atmosphere as Guyana's best steel bands, Parkside Orchestra, Kunja Steel and Brass Ensemble, Guyana Police Force, Euphony Steel Ensemble from Barbados, Epic Tone from New York, Courtney Fadlin on saxophone, Nikita, Harvin Burnett, Mixmaster Tony and DJ Energy at the Marriott Beachfront, Carnival Fantasy Pan and Soca, the official steel pan event of Cricket Carnival on Monday, 26th of September from 5:30 p.m. Come and enjoy the sea breeze and sweet steel pan in a carnival beach atmosphere. Tickets cost only $2,000 and are available at all Cricket Carnival ticketing locations. Brought to you by Republic Bank.
Get the drive with Lucozade Energy. Buy Lucozade and enter for a chance to win the grand prize of a Toyota Hilux. Plus, win up to 500,000 instant prizes, including Fitbit watches, GoPros, earbuds, Amazon gift cards, and free Lucozade. To enter, buy one of the Lucozade Energy promo bottles and look under the cap for your code. Enter it online or send it via WhatsApp, see press and social media for details. Buy, win, and get the drive with Lucozade Energy today. Lucozade, taste the energy.
We bring the fiber, yeah. Keep your own number, switch to fiber now. GTT fiber, yeah. Add voice to your fiber plan. Talking about faster internet, talking about stable internet. Keep your own number, switch to fiber now. Fiber plus voice, talking about faster internet, talking about stable internet. Keep your own number, switch to fiber now. Fiber plus voice.
जब से मुझे मेरा दिल बेकरार हो गया, पहली बार मिले हैं, मिलते ही दिल ने कहा मुझे प्यार हो गया। तुमने प्यार से देखा, जब से मुझे मेरा दिल बेकरार हो गया।
ये बेकरार शायर है मैं तेरी शायरी तू शायर है मैं तेरी शायरी तू आशिक है मैं तेरी आशिकी
जीने की तमन्ना हो तुम मेरी जरूरत हो जीने की तमन्ना हो तुम मेरी जरूरत हो मेरे ख्याल से तुम बड़ी खूबसूरत हो मेरे ख्याल से तुम बड़ी खूबसूरत हो
जीने की तमन्ना तुम मेरी जरूरत हो जीने की तमन्ना तुम मेरी जरूरत हो मेरे ख्याल से तुम बड़े खूबसूरत
मोहब्बत किसी से दुपट्टा दुपट्टा सरक रहा है मेरा दिल धड़क रहा है दुपट्टा सरक रहा है मेरा दिल धड़क रहा है
Culture Radio.
Covering Guyana from coast to coast.
Demerara and Essex 9.1 FM.
Berbice 99.5 FM. Culture Radio.
47 minutes after 9 o'clock. This fantastic Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yes, Thursday. Yeah, man, you're celebrating your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Celebrating your anniversary, some other milestone. We say congratulations to you. Great music continues right here at 99.1 and 99.5 FM.
हंसी अब न जा कहीं आ मेरी जिंदगी
ला 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 आना ही पड़ा सजना जालिम है दिल की लगी हो आना ही पड़ा सजना जालिम है दिल की लगी
मेरा था मेरा था मेरा था वादा करो नहीं छोड़ोगे तुम मेरा साथ जहाँ तुम हो वहाँ मैं भी हूँ वादा करो नहीं छोड़ोगे तुम मेरा साथ जहाँ तुम हो वहाँ मैं भी हूँ
छू नहीं देखो जरा पीछे रखो हाँ जब तुम हो जब मैं भी हूँ
सुनो मेरी जान हंस के मुझे ये कह दो भीगे लबों की नरमी मेरे लिए है ओ चावा नजर की मस्ती मेरे लिए है ये है हंसी अदा की शोखी मेरे लिए है मेरे लिए लेके आई हो ये सौदा जहाँ तुम हो वहाँ मैं भी हूँ वादा करो नहीं छोड़ोगे तुम मेरा साथ जहाँ तुम हो वहाँ मैं भी मेरी हंसी कहाँ उड़ चली मेरे अरमानों के पंख लगा के
Not a single bar of service.
Not with us. Digicel officially has the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Be it in Aishalton or in Etteringbang, we got you covered. Digicel, better together.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaiser Radio, 99.1 FM.
With your news in capsule at 10 hours, I'm Kevin Smith. The Munupuai clan of Tiwi Island, located on the Northern Territory of Australia, are celebrating a huge victory after a federal court ruled in their favor to revoke the license of a $3.6 billion gas project. The Australia Federal Court on Wednesday ruled in favor of the indigenous group who challenged the drilling permit that was granted by the industry regulator, National Offshore Petroleum and Safety Environmental Management Authority, to Santos Limited, for the $3.6 billion Barossa gas development project. Meanwhile, almost 2 weeks after ExxonMobil reported a one-barrel spill at the Liza 2 operation in the Stabroek Block, the EPA has not come out to tell the nation whether its investigation has confirmed the minor spillage as reported by the company. To this end, the former EPA head, Dr. Vincent Adams, says this occurrence shows how grossly underprepared Guyana is for the petroleum industry, even as it embarks on an ambitious campaign to speed up these operations. And that's the news at the moment. Thank you for listening.
Welcome to the station where the music blasts through, because life is fun. With
99.1 FM.
Not a single bar of service.
Not with us. Digicel officially has the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Be it in Aishalton or in Etteringbang, we got you covered. Digicel, better together.
Fellow Guyanese, all of our oil blocks, which are worth billions of US dollars, have landed in the hands of a select few of people for free. Or so the government may want us to believe. An international organization, Global Witness, said Guyana left $55 billion on the negotiating table with ExxonMobil and only collected a mere 2% royalty, which they are recovering, as well as a 50-50 profit sharing agreement. We already lost another set of $1 billion and are set to lose more yearly due to the lack of a ring-fencing provision. No independent reviews and audits were and are being done on Exxon's projects, which are worth between 9 to 10 billion US dollars. Additionally, billions of barrels of oil are and will be leaving Guyana without this country getting a single cent in taxes from the oil companies because of the lopsided oil contract we have signed with them. Guyana is now left at the mercy of God Almighty because of the politicians' refusal to demand and secure full liability coverage from an oil spill. The only light in the dark tunnel we find ourselves in is the ability to monitor all investments and costs thrown at us by the oil companies. The oil contract gives the authority to demand on a monthly basis all spendings. Guyana can also demand all costs, prior, present, and future spendings in the oil sector. But our Vice President, Mr. Barrett Jagdeo, is disputing this fact. He is saying the country is helpless. It is powerless unless there is a co-management agreement. Guyanese, this is an absolute falsehood. However, Jagdeo is saying that Guyana can only verify and check expenses at the end of the year. This is how our US trillion-dollar oil business is being managed. Guyanese, we have and must take a stand. This is a message from Kaiser News publisher Glenn Lau.
Just wave your hands and follow. Don't matter where you belong to. Good vibes and cricket fever. So just wave your hands and follow. This is another reason for a big celebration. The loudest party cause we in the CPL season. Guyana is the place if you want feel the party. Big cricketing we've been from since we start play. Sharing this moment with me friends and me family. Welcome to Cricket Carnival. Just wave your hands and follow. Just wave your hands and follow. Don't matter where you belong to. So just wave your hands and follow. We screaming 4 and 6 though. Excitement in the front row. Sunshine or rain we playing. So just wave your hands and follow. This is another reason for a big celebration. The loudest party cause we in the CPL season. Guyana is the place if you want feel the party. Big cricketing we've been from since we start play. Sharing this moment with me friends and me family. Welcome to Cricket Carnival. Just wave your hands and follow. Just wave your hands and follow. Don't matter where you belong to. So just wave your hands and follow. Just wave your hands and follow. Just wave your hands and follow. Don't matter where you belong to. So just raise your hands and follow.
Trouble aka Rubber Voice. Alongside Bounty Strength. Let's go! CPL, one team, one dream. Represent for your team. CPL, Cricket Carnival. Guyana united and strong. CPL, put your hands in the air. Shout it out loud and clear. CPL, the best time of the year. A magnificent atmosphere. When we play the game, we play to win. So let's go. Get ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Show when we play the game where the sun the rain. So let's go. Get ready to go. This is the final show. Here we go. Represent for the carnival. Yeah, we ready for the bacchanal. When they hit the ball and you hear they call, you made a festival. Caribbean carnival. When we in the stand and the crowd respond, you made a festival. My cricket carnival. Let's go. From the stadium out to the road. Beyond the choke, we about to explode. Select that, turn up the speaker. Right now, a carnival fever. Watch your girl, them in the car show. To the left, to the right, them a move. She a dancer, a belly dancer. When they make
That's right. 9 minutes after 10 o'clock. This is Subah Ki Pyar. What a win last night. Yep, what a win last night for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Kudos to them. And then there's one more tonight. The Guyana Amazon Warrior takes on the St. Lucia Kings. Then you have on Saturday, the much anticipated one. The Guyana Amazon Warrior takes on the Trinbago Knight Riders. On Sunday, the Guyana Amazon Warriors takes on the Barbados Royals. Alright, so that's the remaining matches for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. And of course, they kickstart on the right foot, alright? So we wish them all the best. Nadia Ghani, good morning to you. You're watching from Canada. And everyone else that is joining us this morning, my name is Joshua Van Slykeman. Buddy Pal Nagrady, MIA. But nevertheless, we've got Selector Alex and yours truly. We're going to keep you company all the way to just about 11 o'clock. This is Kite Your Radio. It is the radio. It's a difference.
one team, one dream. Represent for your team. CPL, Cricket Carnival. Guyana united and strong. CPL, put your hands in the air. Shout it out loud and clear. CPL, the best time of the year. A magnificent atmosphere. When we play the game, we play to win. So let's go. Get ready to go. This is the final show. When we play the game where the sun, the rain. To the left, to the right, them a move. She a dancer, a belly dancer. When they made the soca and salsa. CPL, one team, one dream. Represent for your team. CPL, cricket carnival. Guyana united and strong. CPL, put your hands in the air. Shout it out loud and clear. CPL, the best time of the year. A magnificent atmosphere. When we play the game, we play to win. So let's go, get ready to go. This is the final show. When we play the game, where the sun or rain. Let's go, get ready to go. This is the final show.
बाद दिन ये आए इससे पत्ते सुने भी पाते बाद दिन ये आए इससे पत्ते सुने भी पाते let's gather to cut the cake cheers to your life let's celebrate happy birthday to you another great year for you happy birthday to Happy birthday to you. बाद दिन ये आए. It's your birthday, so let me party. Let's gather to cut the cake. Cheers to your life, let's celebrate. Happy birthday to you. Another great year for you. Happy birthday to Happy birthday to you. Gather around and stop the clap. Clap, clap your hands and 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 clap.
Happy birthday to you and best wishes too. 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 Your loving family, they throw you a birthday party. They want you to be so very happy. It's your birthday today. Sun chale moj karaye. Let's sing this birthday song. Everybody sing along. Happy birthday to you and best wishes too. Happy birthday to you and best wishes too. Happy birthday to you and best wishes too.
मेरी जिंदगी मेरा प्यार याद आ रहा है आने वाला है जो वो याद आ रहा है साजन साजन तेरी दुल्हन तुझको पुकारे आजा आकर मेरे हाथों में मेहंदी तू ही रचा जा साजन साजन तेरी दुल्हन तुझको पुकारे आजा आकर मेरे हाथों में मेहंदी तू ही रचा जा आजा आजा मेरी जिंदगी मेरा प्यार याद आ रहा है आने वाला है जो वो याद आ रहा है साजन साजन तेरी दुल्हन तुझको पुकारे आजा आकर मेरे हाथों में मेहंदी तू ही रचा जा आजा आजा देखा है पहली बार साजन की आंखों में प्यार अब जाके आया मेरे बेचैन दिल को करार
दिल भर तुझे मिलने को कब से था मैं बेकरार अब जाके आया मेरे बेचैन दिल को करार
जिए तो जिए कैसे हाय बिन आपके जिए तो जिए कैसे हाय बिन आपके लगता नहीं दिल कहीं बिन आपके जिए तो जिए कैसे हाय बिन आपके जिए तो जिए कैसे हाय बिन आपके मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है पर सामने जब तुम आते हो पर सामने जब तुम आते हो कुछ भी कहने से डरता है ओ मेरे साजन ओ मेरे साजन 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 मेरे साजन मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है कितना इसको समझाता हूँ कितना इसको बहलाता हूँ कितना इसको समझाता हूँ कितना इसको बहलाता हूँ नादान है कुछ ना समझता है दिन रात ये आहें भरता है
मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है
पहली बार मिले हैं मिलते ही दिल ने कहा मुझे प्यार हो गया तुमने प्यार से देखा जब से मुझे मेरा दिल बेकरार हो गया पहली बार मिले हैं मिलते ही दिल ने कहा मुझे प्यार हो गया तुमने प्यार से देखा जब से मुझे मेरा दिल बेकरार हो गया कल तक जिसके सपने देखे आज वो मेरे साथ है मुझको अब ये होश नहीं है ये दिन है कि रात है
तू शायर है मैं तेरी शायरी तू शायर है मैं तेरी शायरी आशिक है मैं तेरी आशिकी तुझे मिलने को दिल करता है तुझे मिलने को दिल करता है ओ मेरे साजना तू शायर है मैं तेरी शायरी तू आशिक है मैं तेरी आशिकी
तुमसे मिलने की तमन्ना है प्यार का इरादा है और एक वादा है जानम तुमसे मिलने की तमन्ना है प्यार का इरादा है और एक वादा है जानम जो कभी हम मिले तो जमाना देखेगा अपना प्यार ओ मेरे यार ओ मेरे यार तुमसे मिलने की तमन्ना है प्यार का इरादा है और एक वादा है जानम जो कभी हम मिले तो जमाना देखेगा अपना प्यार ओ मेरे यार ओ मेरे यार तुमसे मिलने की तमन्ना है प्यार का इरादा है और एक वादा है जानम तेरे प्यार में डूबे हैं हम खुद को ही भूल गए हैं ओ मेरे दिलदार
ओढ़नी चुनरिया तेरे नाम की ओढ़नी चुनरिया तेरे नाम की चाहे दुनिया जो भी सोचे हमको करना क्या प्यार किया तो डरना क्या जब प्यार किया तो डरना क्या
ओढ़ ली चुनरिया तूने मेरे नाम की ओढ़ ली चुनरिया तूने मेरे नाम की चाहे दुनिया जो भी सोचे हमको करना क्या प्यार किया तो डरना क्या ओ जब प्यार किया तो डरना क्या
ओढ़ ली चुनरिया तेरे नाम की बेहोश
But Kausala Gokul is saying happy 49th birthday to Veronica Ramnarayan from Barbados, who's celebrating her birthday today, wishing her all the best, coming from the entire family. The Ramnarayan and Gokul family and friends wishing you good health and strength, love, happiness, and lots more in store for you. Do enjoy your special day, sister. Around this time, we tell you to shop now. Thank them later. Check out our friends over there at Venus Footwear. They're located at 110 Regent Street, Lazytown, Georgetown. At Venus Footwear, they cater for every occasion, whether it's a work, school, or even a casual outing. So check them out today at 110 Regent Street, Lazytown, Georgetown. You looking your absolute best. You walking out in style is your number one priority. It's a fantastic Friday. What? It's a fantastic Thursday. Don't know why I'm rushing it. But of course, tonight once again, well, there's a game happening right now. What is the score? Let's see. Yeah, the St. Kitts and if it's Patriots rather, they've got 19-1. St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots would have won the toss and elected to bat. So we got to see what is the outcome. They are taking on the Trinbago Knight Riders. So stay with us right here on Kaiser Radio. We'll step aside, pay a bill, and when we come back, we'll continue with the great music here on 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Don't you touch that dial.
As the sun sets over the Demerara River, the sweet sounds of steel pan music will rise and fill the atmosphere as Guyana's best steel bands, Parkside Orchestra, Kunja Steel and Brass Ensemble, Guyana Police Force, Euphony Steel Ensemble from Barbados, Epic Tone from New York, Courtney Fadlin on saxophone, Nikita, Harvin Burnett, Mixmaster Tony and DJ Energy at the Marriott Beachfront, Carnival Fantasy Pan and Soca, the official steel pan event of Cricket Carnival on Monday, 26th of September from 5:30 p.m. Come and enjoy the sea breeze and sweet steel pan in a carnival beach atmosphere. Tickets cost only $2,000 and are available at all Cricket Carnival ticketing locations. Brought to you by Republic Bank.
समझते रहे हैं, जिसे दिल का दुश्मन समझते रहे हैं, वो दिलदार हो जाए तो क्या करें। नजर आ रही है, छुपाने से छुपती नहीं है मोहब्बत, मोहब्बत नजर आ रही है। नजर ही नजर में अगर दिल की हालत, नजर ही नजर में अगर दिल की हालत का इजहार हो जाए तो क्या करें।
मैं चाहता हूँ तुझको दिलो जान की तरह, मैं चाहता हूँ तुझको दिलो जान की तरह। तू छा गई है मुझ पे आसमान की तरह, छा गई है मुझ पे आसमान की तरह। हो मेरे यार सौरभ दी, हो मेरे यार सौरभ दी। रहता हूँ सपने तेरे, देखता ही रहता हूँ सपने तेरे। डरता हूँ कहीं मेरी आँख न खुले, डरता हूँ कहीं मेरी आँख न खुले। आँख जो खुलेगी हो जाएगी तू परे, आँख जो खुलेगी हो जाएगी तू परे। दूर नहीं जाना कभी दिल से मेरे, दिल से मेरे।
से पर्दा कीजिए, हाँ चांद से पर्दा कीजिए, कहीं चुरा न ले चेहरे का नूर। है मेरे हमनवा, है मेरे हुजूर, है मेरे हमनवा, है मेरे से पर्दा कीजिए। जुल्फों से उड़ी खुशबू प्यार की, होठों पे खिल गई कलियां बहार की, होठों पे खिल गई कलियां बहार की। फूल से पर्दा कीजिए, हाँ फूल से पर्दा कीजिए, कहीं चुरा न ले चेहरे का नूर। है मेरे हमनवा, है मेरे हुजूर, है मेरे हमनवा, है मेरे हुजूर।
तू मेरे दिल में रहती है, मैं तेरे दिल में रहता हूँ। तू मेरे दिल में रहती है, मैं तेरे दिल में रहता हूँ। तू मेरे दिल में रहती है, मैं तेरे दिल में रहता हूँ। मैं तेरे प्यार मैं तेरे दिल में रहता हूँ मैं तेरे प्यार में पागल हूँ मैं तेरे प्यार में पागल हूँ आज मैं तुझसे कहता हूँ तू मेरे दिल में रहती है मैं तेरे दिल में रहता हूँ तू मेरे दिल में रहती है मैं तेरे दिल में रहता हूँ
प्यार तुम्ही से किया है मैंने दिल
38 minutes after 10 o'clock. At this point in time, we want to say happy birthday to an amazing soul, to Shauna Lala. She celebrates her birthday today. Goodness are coming from all of us here, Team Culture Radio and Culture News. You're going to have a fantastic day, alright? Happy birthday to you. I'm going to pull up a birthday song for your guy Alex. I'm going to play it for you. Of course, we hope you have a fantastic one from all of us here, Team KR and KN.
मैंने प्यार तुम्ही से किया है मैंने दिल भी तुम्ही को दिया है अब चाहे जो हो जाए मैं दुनिया से अब न डरूं तुझी से मैं प्यार करूं मैं दुनिया से अब न डरूं तुझी से मैं प्यार करूं
हैप्पी
सावन का महीना पवन करे शोर,
सावन का महीना पवन करे शोर,
पवन करे शोर,
पवन करे शोर।
अरे बाबा शोर नहीं शोर शोर शोर,
पवन करे शोर।
हाँ जियारा रे झूमे से जैसे बनमाना चे मोर। सावन का महीना पवन करे शोर, जियारा रे झूमे से जैसे बनमाना चे मोर।
सावन का महीना पवन करे शोर, जियारा रे झूमे से जैसे बनमाना चे मोर।
राम गजब ढाए ये पुरवैया,
नैया संभालो किस खोए हो खिवैया।
राम गजब ढाए ये पुरवैया,
नैया संभालो किस खोए हो खिवैया।
कोई पुरवैया के आगे चले न कोई जोर, जियारा रे झूमे से जैसे बनमाना चे मोर। सावन का महीना पवन करे शोर, जियारा रे झूमे से जैसे बनमाना चे मोर।
मौजवा करे क्या जाने हमको इशारा,
जाना कहाँ है पूछे नदिया की धारा।
मौजवा करे क्या जाने हमको इशारा,
जाना कहाँ है पूछे नदिया की धारा।
मर्जी है तुम्हारी ले जाऊं किस ओर, जियारा रे झूम रे सर जैसे बनमाना चे मोर।
मेरे महबूब कयामत होगी, आज रुसवा तेरी गलियों में मोहब्बत होगी। मेरी नजरें तो गिला करती हैं, तेरे दिल को भी सनम तुझसे शिकायत होगी। मेरे महबूब तेरी गली में आता सनम, नगमा वफा का गाता सनम, तुझसे सुनाना जाता सनम। फिर आज इधर आया हूँ मगर ये कहने मैं दीवाना, खत्म बस आज ये वहशत होगी। आज रुसवा तेरी गलियों में मोहब्बत होगी। मेरे महबूब
know you're enjoying the great music. So I won't get between you and your music. That's where I pull the curtains down on this week's. Why am I saying this week? Why am I kicking today for Friday? Pull the curtain down on this Friday. On this Thursday's edition of Subah Ki Pyar. On behalf of Selector Alex, my name is Joshua Van Slykeman saying, play it safe out there. Remember to wear that smile. That cost for that smile is free. That simple smile can change someone's day. Big up to the guy in Amazon Warriors. Fantastic game last night. Let's see what will be the outcome tonight, alright? 53 minutes after 10 o'clock. We love you, everybody. We out of here. We'll leave you with these couple of music. The news comes up. At the top of the hour, followed by a rebroadcast of the Glenn Lal Show. Peace and love.
is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaiser Radio, 99.1 FM.
With your news in capsule, I'm Kevin Smith. Almost 2 weeks after ExxonMobil reported a one-barrel spill at the Liza 2 operation in the Stabroek block, the EPA has not come out to tell the nation whether its investigation has confirmed the minor spillage as reported by the company. To this end, the former EPA head, Dr. Vincent Adams, says this occurrence shows how grossly underprepared Guyana is for petroleum production, even as it embarks on an ambitious campaign to speed up these operations. Dr. Adams, a petroleum engineer, explained that the agency's failure to make a pronouncement on the spill days later paints a gloomy picture of what the nation can expect should a spill of greater scale occur. And also happening, man kills son, burns wife, then ends his life. Government to spend $285 million to build 2 prawn farms. Rice farmer found chopped to death. Guyana seeks non-permanent seat on UN Security Council. Consumer body calls on a PUC to reduce GWI's connection fee from $7,500 to $100. And Islanders win court case to revoke license for Australian company $3.6 billion gas project and told court they were not properly consulted and project posed a risk to sacred sites. And that's the news at the moment. Thank you for listening.
Kaiser Radio, keeping you informed.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Burby's 99.5 FM. Kaiser Radio.
It's now 11 hours 2 in Ghana. Coming up next, a rebroadcast of last Monday's edition of the Glenn Lal Show. Tell it as it is.
Begin, Joshua. Yesterday, I went to Lenora to have a glass of wine. And while some people applauded me for my bravery and bold stance in exposing and educating them on what is happening in this country, there are some others who said, "Why are you so rude and disrespectful to both Mr. Jagdeo and Mr. Norton, Glenn?" Yeah. I thank those for their compliments, and I told the others that I don't dislike Mr. Jagdeo or Mr. Norton. I just totally dislike what they're doing to all of us and what they're not doing that could mean betterment for the present and future generations of this country. That's what I dislike. If speaking on the radio and writing in the newspapers about the mistakes and cover-ups that are happening with our future is considered rude and disrespectful, then guys, so be it. What else can I do, or what else can I say? This morning, looking at the news for the first time, I heard Nelson Mandela was the only citizen on earth that greeted the Queen of England as, "How are you, Elizabeth?" Hear that, Bernard? This morning I learned that. "How are you, Elizabeth?" You can Google it and see it. He has never addressed her as Queen Elizabeth or Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. Was that rude, Uncle? Was that disrespectful, Auntie? Or Nelson Mandela being Mandela, being himself? Right? Glenn Lal can only be Glenn Lal. I can't be no one else. Or what anybody else want me to be. I gotta be Glenn Lal. I am only Glenn Lal. In my school days, I used to fight with my teachers. And when I didn't get what I considered to be fair and just, I would wait for them when they're riding home and pelt them with coconuts. Just to get my satisfaction and face the consequences the next day. Was I rude? Was I disrespectful? You decide. I can only tell you that Glenn Lal can only be Glenn Lal. They don't have any other Glenn Lal on earth. Look where God Almighty has placed me. In the news business, 28 years now. He wants me to do what I am doing. And I pray and ask Him daily to help me do it the way He wants me to do it. I prefer to offend uncle and auntie, earthly men and women, than to offend God Almighty. And that's, in a nutshell, what Glenn Lal is. With that, now let me say namaste to all of you. And God bless you guys for listening to this guy. Sometimes, according to Jagdev, he is lie. Jagdev, not Glenn Lal. So let's begin tonight's program, Bernard. On many programs, I have said I love today's technology. Every action and reaction gives or tells a story. Your words, your tone of voice, your body language, your attitude tells a story. There is no way you can hide, no way you can duck or run when technology records you. From your words to your actions, there is no room for crookishness and scampish games with today's technology, uncle. There is no room for scampish games in which you can fool people and get away with it. Not today, man. Not today. A few years back, yes, but not today. Crooked and deceitful people only get away for a time before their actions are revealed by this modern day technology we have. Yes. Yes. We will all live and see, God willing, what will become of Donald Trump with his lies, deceit, and criminal attitude. There are dozens of investigations going on in the United States that involve this former president, in which he denies everything, despite him being recorded by today's modern day technology. Just what Donald Trump did and is trying to defend in the United States of America today is the same thing happening here in Guyana. Everything these politicians do, everything they say, they try to defend and also attack those who expose them. Just like what Donald Trump is doing in America, man. Attacking everyone, left, right, and center.
Including the person.
Yes, including the president, Joe Biden. Our oil is the talk of the world. It's on the lips of every world leader. Every one of them wants a bite of it. The world financial institutions has been boasting how rich Guyana is. They're saying we are the fastest growing economy on planet Earth today. Man, the amount of times I hear these people talk this thing, including Bharat Jagdeo. By now, all of us should have already been living the life of kings and queens in Guyana. Our country should have already been shaping up to look like Dubai or Singapore, with all this wealth these people we have and what these people talking about Guyana. But would we ever be able to be like Trinidad, uncle? much as Dubai or Singapore with these politicians. Bernard, what do you think?
Hell no.
Imagine for a moment that your parents enter into an agreement with a known crook to pick your awara, your mango, coconut or banana from the family farm. And when the children, Bernard, when the children ask the parents, 6 years after this business going on, what they're getting out of the deal, what they're getting out of the deal, the parents telling the children that they have to go ask the lawyer. Parents have to check with the lawyer to find out what they are getting in the business before they can answer their children. Bernard, those parents for real?
Ridiculous.
Who doesn't or who wouldn't know what you're getting out of your own assets on a daily basis, man? Who? Huh? Can you think of anyone who has to check with their lawyers to find out what they are getting from a business with their own assets, brother? Eh? Wait, man. Are we dealing with idiots, donkeys, or lunatics for parents? Huh? Well, uncle and auntie, that in a nutshell is what's happening in this oil sector between Guyana and ExxonMobil. I am telling you from now to listen carefully because I will be going through step by step. You listen to me? Carefully, uncle and auntie. Listen carefully, step by step. I'll be making it simple and clear as to what and how the politicians of this country is securing all of our future. Let's get going. In June of this year, did I say June? In June of this year, at a press conference, my reporter, a young lady named Kiana Wilberg, asked Vice President Jagdeo a very simple question. I will play that tape for you guys to listen. Could you play that first tape for me, sir? Go ahead.
Also on the audit, sir, several countries have encountered issues when it comes to not specifically outlining what is not cost recoverable. Do you know if because in our PSA, the staff law, there's nothing there that says royalty is not recoverable. Do you have any guarantee that this is not going to be recovered? Or are you awaiting the audit to ascertain?
Yes, the thing is that the lawyers have to do that. I don't want to venture public positions that I may have to walk back at some point in time, so I should be a bit more cautious on this. Because on other matters, we've had some contention at the GRA.
See why I keep on saying you have to love today's technology? Uncle? Yeah. From their tone of voice, you can pick up whether they are lying, telling the truth, or playing games with us. If you're watching them on your computer or TV, you can see their facial expression and conclude if they are being truthful or deceitful. And that's the beauty of today's technology, Uncle. I am smiling here. And lots of people tell me I have a beautiful smile. Thank you. I love today's technology. You can hear in my voice how I love it. You can even see the smile on my face, how I adore today's technology. My reporter told Jagdeo that several countries had encountered problems not outlining what is recoverable and what is not to be recovered as oil companies' expenses. She then went on to tell him, there is nothing in the contract that says royalties cannot be recovered. She was very clear. Do you know, sir, if the 2% royalties we're getting from Exxon, they're taking it back? Man, what question can be more simple than that? Huh? Huh? Nothing in writing that stops them from taking back the 2% royalty. Do you know if they are taking it back, sir? That's what the girl asking. You don't got nothing in writing. Do you know if the people taking it back?
Is it yes or no?
And this is the answer he gave. Could you play back the answer? Let them hear the answer, man.
Yes. The thing is that the lawyers have to do that. I don't want to venture public positions that I may have to walk back at some point in time. So I should be a bit more cautious on this. Because on other matters, we've had some contention at the GRA.
Hey, you have to love Bara Jagdev, eh? You gotta love this man. Yes. He said yes. The thing is that we, the lawyers, have to do that. I don't want to venture public positions that I may have to walk back at some point in time. So, I should be a bit more cautious on this. Because no other matters we had some contention at GRA. His words. You hear how he stutter? This is the man that will take Guyana to the mountain top. Yes, take us, give us a bright future. Oh, really? Oh, really? This is a man that would make you rich and comfortable with this massive oil wealth the world is talking about. Really? Really, uncle? The only thing that Guyana is getting out of this oil, that dirty, stinking 2% royalty, this ex-president and vice president who was put in charge of our future telling Guyana that the lawyers have to answer that. Really? Really? The most simplest of questions. It is so simple that any leader should know it, like the back of their hands or even in their sleep. That answer should be at his fingertip and flowing from his lips when asked. Man, come on. How can you not know something so simple, Bernard? Eh? Whether ExxonMobil thieving back the 2% them say, them giving us as royalty, man. How come? Uncle? Nah, man. No. No. Come on. Don't tell me this. Apart from that so-called 50-50 profit sharing arrangement, them said them sharing with we, uncle. Oh my God. After taking out 75% of every barrel for us? Come on, man. Other than that, uncle, that royalty is the only money we getting out of this oil-rich nation. And our ex-president telling this nation that the lawyers have to answer that question. Father above, help this nation quickly, please. Please, I beg you. Is this the man that cost down the PNC for signing that lopsided Exxon contract? Can't tell us if Exxon taking back the 2-barrel oil them giving us? Nah, man. Nah. not an ex-president, who run this country for 10 years. No, man, no, Joshua. A freaking blind, dumb and deaf child, a drunkard, an idiot, someone without a single day of schooling would know such an answer from the top of his head. But our Vice President Jagdeo, our world-class business financial guru, don't know it and has to ask his lawyers. Am I being rude and disrespectful sharing this information, Josh?
No, sir, all the time.
To those who said Glenn Lal is rude and disrespectful, am I? Who doesn't know, uncle? Who wouldn't know, auntie, whether a man you're doing business with can or cannot take back the 2 mango you get as your share? Help me, please. Help me. Because that is what our Vice President Jagdeo telling this nation there. Yes. He doesn't know. Really? And on top of that, he's saying to us that he doesn't want to venture public position that he may have to walk back on. Bernard? What public position that is, brother? What public position that is, Mr. Jagdeo? What kind of wishy-washy answer that is? Why the ducking and dodging on something so important yet simple? What is public about that, auntie? Jagdeo is heading the oil sector and saying to us, the people of this country, that the 2% is a public matter. Oh, really? I have seen for myself what Africa, the few countries I visited, has become because of their corrupt, incompetent, and dotish leaders. But what I'm seeing here in Guyana, uncle, is far more than that. This is beyond one's imagination. An ex-president can say, cannot say, or can't say if Exxon taking back the 2 mango them giving Guyana with the left hand and taking it back with the right hand. Really? Is that an answer? Is this the man y'all throwing mahal around his neck like a god or a demigod? Not with a capital G though. Oh my. Then he said he should be a bit cautious about this. What is there to be cautious about? Cautious about telling us if Exxon thieving back the 2 mango we getting, bro? Really? Is this the man y'all discuss me for? But I see on Facebook they tell me people is discussing me on Facebook. Okay. Is this the man that would make Guyana into a first world country, Bernard? And doesn't know if the people taking back the 2 mango they're giving us? Really? Who have to ask lawyers if Exxon thieving back the thing, man? Huh? Uncle? He said he don't want to venture into something that they may have to walk back on. Y'all understand what that man in charge of our aisle just said, man? He doesn't want to walk forward in case he got to walk back. So he's at a standstill. Just like a statue. On a simple question like that. Auntie, when I heard his answer at that press conference, I was there. And when I heard his answer, Bernard, You know, I was lost for words. I had to make sure that I get it right, what he said. So I did a follow-up and asked him back what he said. This was my question, and this was his answer he gave to me. Could you play back my question, please? Play. Royalties. Royalties. I heard you talked about the royalty when Kiana asked if it's recoverable. And I didn't hear you very good.
Yeah, but that's why I gave an explanation. I don't want, I have not looked at this matter carefully, so I don't want to give a venture. That's the last thing I do,
But
venture.
That's the most important thing. That's what
Right.
this country
Right.
depends on.
I'll look at it, I'll give you an answer.
That was a follow-up question I asked him. I placed Chupit and I said, buddy, this is what this country depends on. And that's what he said. He said, but that's why I give an explanation. I don't want, I have not looked at this matter carefully. So I don't want to give a venture. That's the last thing I do. Give a venture. Then I told him, uncle, that is the most important thing this country depends on. And he replied, I will look at it, I will look at it. I will give you an answer. Uncle, 6 years now, this contract signed. And I hope you guys following me step by step, 6 years now, this contract signed. 3 years we pumping oil. 2 years Jagdev heading this sector and cannot be straight in telling this nation where the Exxon is thieving back the 2 mango we get in. Several days pass and they did not put out a statement answering that question. Please follow me carefully as I go step by step. 1 week after that press conference, Bharat Jagdev held another press conference. And he knew that he would have been asked again that question. He was very smart. He didn't wait for myself or Kiana Wilberg to ask that question again. He jumped in front the line and volunteered his answer to that question, uncle. Yes, the second press conference, he didn't wait. He jumped in line. Uncle and auntie, please listen to his response and tell me what you understand. Please play it.
And now I can answer definitively because I've spoken to the GRA on the tax side. So because the royalty is not cost deductible, but it is GRA based on our laws, are GRA tax deductible, but not, they don't come out of the cost bank. So the contractor has to pay from its share the 2% royalty to the government. So the contractor ends up with 10.5% of gross revenue, and the government ends up with 14.5% of gross revenue. That is how it is.
What? I don't know who you pray to, uncle and auntie. Whether Bhagwan, Allah, or Jehovah. Please ask him for help, because Glenlal can't help with that confounded, complicated, and convoluted nonsense he gave to a simple, straightforward question. I believe if you ask him back to interpret what he just said there, he would be confused himself. This is the length, uncle, to which our Vice President Jagdeo would go to kerfuffle our heads. God help us, please. I beg you, help us and help this nation. This is a man who weaving a web and trying to wiggle his way like a spider out of a scheme he wants to run with our oil money. But by doing so, he's tangling up his tongue and mixing up his head, kerfuffling himself with words and phrases that he himself don't understand. You see him, Uncle? You heard him, Auntie? This is the con game, the secrecy, the cobwebs, and sellout we have on our hands today. After a whole week, he and his lawyers can't come straight, can't come clean, cannot come truthful to this nation whether ExxonMobil thieving back that 2% they're giving us or not. What else can I say to you people, Uncle? Am I still coming over rude and disrespectful? If I am sincerely apologizing to all of you. But I have to do what I have to do. How much more respectful can I present this to all of you, what Jack Dave is doing to you and your children, what he's doing to our future and the future of generations to come. Huh? You know, you said play him back, Bernard? Yes. I want to play him back. And remember, this is the answer he came back with at the second press conference a week later, in which he said he has definitively spoken with GRA. Play him back, man.
And now I can answer definitively because I've spoken to the GRA on the tax side. So because the royalty is not cost deductible, but it is GRA based on our laws, are GRA tax deductible, but not, they don't come out of the cost bank. So the contractor has to pay from its share the 2% royalty to the government. So the contractor ends up with 10.5% of gross revenue, and the government ends up with 14.5% of gross revenue. That is how it is.
How? What else can I do? How much more clear can I get on this, Uncle? Nobody asked him what Exxon getting or what they are not getting. All we are asking is if the stinking 2% we getting, Guyana getting, Exxon thieving it back. And this man can't give us a straight answer. Then how can we know from him what Exxon is doing to us with our 50-50 profit sharing? May I ask you, Bernard?
That's a very tough question.
I am afraid, very much afraid, to even ask him that question. But I know the answer. And I know God Almighty will help us. I have faith in him. And many of you have faith in him too. Yes. The UK anthem is God Save the Queen, which has to change now to God Save the King. Y'all better fabricate a song or anthem that says, God save Guyana from these politicians, especially Jack Deo. And I am serious. There's nothing to laugh about there. What has he done for the last 2 years? how many press conferences he has held and how long he would have talked about oil. 1 and 2 minutes only. As for the other resources, the gold, diamond, and bauxite, you have seen his response when I asked him on my show the other night about the mining contracts he and his government signed. Oh, after those 2 press conferences, Uncle and Auntie, the last pieces of his madness fell into place. Yes. It fell into place during the interview he had with me last week, Tuesday. I raised the question of royalty for the 3rd time with him. Let's hear some more of his magic, what he said on this 2% royalty. Could you please play him? I want to ask you some direct questions related to the answer you just gave there. What rate of royalty you believe would have been fair to the Guyanese people?
Well, for me, really, I don't want to be premature tonight. I've said publicly that we have to issue new contracts, new PSA. We're working on a model PSA. The last press
May I just stop you, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Not the new model. I am asking a question. Were you there negotiating the 2016 contract?
Yes.
What royalty rate you would have asked for?
So that is precisely what I'm answering.
Okay.
We are currently working on a new PSA. We, as a collective, not the individual Jagdeo, but as a collective, I told you that there are 3 variables that we are utilizing to see how that will govern the new PSA. The first has to do with the company's legitimate expectation that if they invest money, they should get a decent return on their investment. 2, leaving in the new PSA enough incentives to accelerate exploration and production. And 3, a greater share of the benefits for the government. So what we're currently working on, the discussion paper that would have to be completed soon as part of the auction that we had launched later this month.
Uncle, everything he said there had nothing to do with my question. All I asked him, if he was sitting in Trotman's chair, what royalty he would have gotten for Guyana. He went on to talk about future contracts. You heard, I even stopped him and reminded him that is not the question I asked, Mr. Jagdeo. He roamed and rambled all over the place and completely ignored yet another simple question, Uncle. This is the contract that Jagdeo and the entire PPP cuss out and call it the worst crime ever against this country. Yet when he is asked what he would have get for Guyana for the royalty, he avoided the question completely and trying to stray us away. Am I still being rude, Uncle? Am I still disrespectful, Auntie? Is this how some people believe that Jagdeo mash up Glenn Lal on his own program? Ah, come on. Come on. When a national leader like Bharat Jagdeo can deliberately shy away, run all over the place on what he would have done if he was sitting in Glen Lal, or he exposed himself. Man, let me repeat what I said there. When a national leader like Bharat Jagdeo can deliberately shy away, run all over the place on what he would have done if he was sitting in Glenlal's place, or expose himself who he really is or who he really working for? Uncle, you really believe that you would have gotten a better deal had he been in Trotman's seat? Bernard? You really believe he would have signed a better deal? Hmm? No, no.
Not at all.
And I am saying that had Bara Jagdeo negotiated that contract, Guyana would have been worse off. He would have settled and accepted that same 1% the PPP negotiated in the 1999 agreement with ExxonMobil. Nothing. I mean absolutely nothing more we would have gotten, and nothing would have changed. Just like what is happening now. He's hiding, he's running and ducking from any questions posed to him about the Exxon contract. Like when you raise these things with him, Bernard, you see a different face, color in Jagdeo, questioning him about oil. If you hadn't listened, Uncle, to the one-on-one carefully with Bara Jagdeo and myself, I suggest you go online and see it for yourself. He did not answer honestly and directly any of my questions I posed to him. What he didn't fabricate, he'd answer wrong. Listen another piece of Tuesday night, the same interview I had with him, and judge for yourself. You have another piece of tape. Play it for me, please.
If I say royalty, well, you should have had a 5% royalty tonight. I'm preempting the discussion, the collective discussion that the cabinet would have. But that is a discussion that has to be had and settled before the end of the year.
Thank you, sir. My question was, what royalty rate you would have asked for negotiating the 2016 contract? I didn't get an answer for that.
No. I'm just telling you what.
Let's move on.
Sure.
I want to tell him this, Uncle. No day or night, deception or lies can win over truth. There is a quote that fits his head perfectly. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Not all the people all of the time, Mr. Jagdeo. A great ex-president words that. A man named Abraham Lincoln. He said those words, and I never forget it. People get confused with it, but I never forget it. You guys remember the oil law? They rushed through during Christmas holiday in Parliament. It was on the 29th of December. You remember come out Christmas Day and talk about it? Yes. 29th of December, when everybody was having a good time, partying, preparing for Old Year's Night party. It's a normal thing with the PPP, you know, Bernard. Very important laws.
Secret.
Yes. Look back when it was passed. Look at the events that was taking place, and you will see how they distract you and nail you to the coffin, so they can run their plots and schemes like thieves in the night with the laws. Every oil country has laws, has oil laws, with specific clause to jail officials, government officials who thief or misuse the country oil money. These chaps pass one. The PPP pass one. one isla that does not have any such clause to jail Jack Dale, Ashley Singh, or anybody else if they thief or misuse the isle money. However, uncle, they make sure they put in a provision to jail anybody who talk about who thief the isle money. Yes, they will jail the people who let the cat out the bag, but not the people who walk away with the bag. You gotta love these guys, eh?
Yes, you do.
Yes, you gotta love them. Glenn Lal is still rude, eh? Huh? And disrespectful for talking these things. Oh, me rude, eh, Bernard? Oh, Auntie, I'm rude, I'm disrespectful. Yes, for talking these things. And when this was pointed out to Ashley Singh, before they signed the bill into law, he tell the reporters, we already got a lot of jail people if they thief. like them rest of countries were putting the special clause to jail the people who thief the isle money, don't have laws to jail thieves. That's what he's trying to tell us. These guys, Ashley Singh and Bharat Jagdeo and Winston Brassington, I love you people. I love you people. I went to India twice, you know, Bernard. And I didn't go with my wife and daughter to bathe in the sacred Ganges River. But I am now considering going back to do so. I need all the spiritual cleansing I can get to help me cleanse this country of its uncleanliness. Let's go back and end with that 2% royalty. Please don't forget, you got to follow me closely. 4 months ago, in both press conferences, Jagdev was asked about this 2% royalty. You heard both answers he gave. 2 weeks ago, Christopher Ram broke the story in Kaicho News that the 2% royalty was renegotiated by the Granger administration. There was no response, no answer, no reaction from the government or from Bharat Jagdeo. Last Tuesday, on my program, royalty featured prominently again, and you also heard what he had to say just now. 2 days ago, Christopher Ram were able to put his hand on the supporting documents that confirm the royalty terms was indeed amended or changed in 2019. That story with the amended document was published in all the newspapers for the entire world to see, Uncle. It was only when this document was exposed 2 days ago that the government reacted. Jagdeo reacted using the Ministry of Natural Resources to put out a statement. You hear that? I am so sickened, ashamed, disgusted to tell you what his statement said. Wednesday at 7:20 p.m., I will further expose these politicians we have in this country who's supposed to be looking out for us. Yes, Wednesday. Before I take a few phone calls, let me tell you what the AFC have since said after that exposure through a man named David Patterson. He said they were unaware of the changes made by the ex-president, and as such, having seen the changes now being made public, they believe, hear that? They believe that a renegotiation should take effect. You hear that? When AFC see it, they said they didn't hear and they didn't know. But when they see it, they say, now they're saying a renegotiation should take effect. I didn't hear a single word from the new leader of the PNC as yet, Aubrey Norton. What would be his position with this new document being made public? I didn't hear anything. He hasn't said anything. But let me tell you a little piece tonight of what the Jagdeo statement said. After they would have seen and learned about the changes the Granger administration made in public, hear what I say, Uncle. Them see the success the coalition government did with the 2% royalty in 2019. But they are not touching the contract.
Really?
You hear that? Them see the success David Granger made in that 2% royalty in 2019, but they are not going to touch the contract. I will go into details on Wednesday. Please don't forget to join me. I think enough have been said tonight. On that subject matter. Josh, before I take a call, let me just tell them this. During that interview last Tuesday with Jagdeo, Uncle, he denied that the Wales Gas to Shore project doesn't have private investors. And he went on to accuse me of being a rumor mill. He told me I was a liar. He called the paper, I'll start a name. Well, I'll play him and I will show you the advertisement online that the government put out for private investors into that project. I don't know if you guys noticed. Jagdeo came prepared to put me in a tit for tat, abuse down, a cost down interview he wanted. But I didn't fall for that. I keep moving on. Sunday, I exposed his deceitfulness in the Kaicho News and printed the advertisements that they placed in the newspapers looking for private investors, private partners in the Gas to Shore project, Uncle, that he cussed me down and abused me down about on my program. Yes. He called me rumor mill. He said the newspaper should apologize and everything. I have his words. I'm going to play it for you guys. Play that tape. Let them hear him. Private people are being pushed into this project.
Private people. Pushed,
private.
Like pushed into what?
Well, the gas plant.
Like how?
You guys have advertised for private investors into the gas plant.
No, man.
Yes.
What do you advertise to private investors at the gas? Where did you get that from?
Well,
some rumor mill again.
No.
Just like how you say I own the Marriott. Up to a couple days ago, you had that in a newspaper. That I own the Marriott.
I didn't say you own the Marriott.
I said I put private people into the Marriott for secretly.
Yes, I said that.
But the government own 100% of it.
No.
Oh God, it always owns
No.